You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. Imagine this, a vintage rotary phone, covered in dust, found in an old attic. But here's the thing, it's not connected to any wires. No electricity, no cables, no lines. But still, late at night, this phone would ring. This is the story of the phone that rings from nowhere. And trust me, you'll never look at old phones the same way again. It all started when a struggling artist named Clara inherited a rundown house from her late aunt. Clara moved in, intending to transform the attic space into an art studio. It was there she came across the old rotary phone. It sat idly on a wooden table, almost as if it had been waiting for her. Intrigued, she dusted it off and decided it was a quirky piece of decor. But then, the first night came. As Clara was falling asleep, a loud, shrill ring echoed through the house. She jolted awake, heart pounding, and ran to the attic. The phone was vibrating violently on the table. Confused, but curious, she picked it up and whispered, "Hello?" Silence, and then faintly, a voice. So faint, it barely sounded human. It said one word, "Run." Clara slammed the receiver down, her hands shaking. She convinced herself it must have been her imagination. After all, the phone wasn't plugged in. But each night that followed, the calls came back, exactly the same time, 2:17 a.m. And each time, the voice on the other end came back more insistent, more urgent, always saying the same thing, "Run." One night, Clara decided to stay up, phone in hand, ready to confront whatever or whoever it was. When the call came, she answered immediately. "What do you want?" she shouted. And this time, the voice replied with something different. "Look behind you." Terrified, Clara froze. Slowly, she turned her head toward the shadows creeping on the attic wall. And there, staring back through the dim moonlight, were glowing eyes, a figure just barely visible. Clara dropped the phone and bolted, never to return to the house again. The phone that rings from nowhere still sits in that abandoned attic. Locals say the ringing can still be heard. And the bravest of visitors? They sometimes answer and never speak of what they hear. Would you dare pick it up? Well, that's for you to decide.